You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Tuesday the 21st of October 2025. It is 29 days after the fall equinox. It is 61 days before the winter solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 30th day of Vendémiaire, the day of the tonneau, the barrel. The sun rises today at 7:14 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:40 p.m. The sun sets today at 6:06 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 6:34 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 7:06 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 32 seconds shorter than yesterday. The new moon arrives today at 8:25 a.m. We begin lunation 1272. The first quarter will arrive on Wednesday, the 29th of October. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the early morning, low tide, 4:21 a.m., 24 centimeters. In the late morning, high tide, 10:46 a.m., 1 meter 68. In the afternoon, low tide, 4:57 p.m., 15 centimeters. At night, high tide, 11:09 p.m., 1 meter 46. In our shared realm of plants and animals, in the markets, apples in profusion, Fujis, Honeycrisps, Galas, Jonah Golds. But where are the Newtown Pippins? Newtown Pippins are an apple variety first grown just down the road in 1759, along what was then the fertile bank of Newtown Creek. It was greatly admired by the founding fathers. George Washington grew them. Thomas Jefferson once wrote from France, "They have no apples here to compare with our Newtown Pippin," and Benjamin Franklin declared our local apple his favorite. It's gone out of fashion and is grown mostly for its historical interest. Sweeter, better textured apples grace our markets. The Newtown Pippin is now recommended primarily for making cider. But here we remember what was once called the Prince of Apples. Commemorations. On this day in 1959, the Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum opened on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. Designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, its main exhibition space is a dramatic spiraling ramp that ascends the full height of the museum around a vast central atrium. Because its floors are sloped, it presents a fascinating challenge when hanging rectangular paintings. On this day in 1967, a large demonstration took place in protest against the Vietnam War. More than 100,000 people gathered at the Lincoln Memorial. Following a rally with speeches, the demonstrators marched to the Pentagon. Abbie Hoffman, the founder of the Youth International Party, or Yippies, vowed to levitate the Pentagon until it turned orange and began to vibrate, bringing the war to an end. The poet Allen Ginsberg accompanied him with Tibetan chants. Sadly, the Pentagon did not levitate that day, and the war continued for many more years. On this day in 2024, a great cheese theft took place in London. A fraudster claiming to represent a French importer had ordered 950 wheels of artisanal cheddar cheese from the Neal's Yard Dairy. The cheeses were duly loaded on lorries, and they were delivered, but it was a ruse, and the cheeses were whisked away. The haul amounted to 48,000 pounds of Hafford, Westcombe, and Pitchfork cloth-bound cheddar cheeses, worth an astounding 300,000 pounds. Neal's Yard issued a plea to what they called the esteemed company of cheesemongers around the world. They asked everyone to keep an eye out for the cheese. If they received any special deals for cloth-bound cheddars, could they please get in touch? Today we remember Celia Cruz, born on this day in 1925. The Cuban singer achieved fame as the lead singer for the Afro-Cuban orchestra Sonora Matancera, with whom she performed her rapid-tempoed guarachas. After the Cuban Revolution, she left the island and established herself in the United States, where she earned the title the Queen of Salsa. Her signature cry was azúcar, meaning sugar. The story goes that when she went to a Cuban restaurant in Miami one day, At the end of the meal, her server asked her if she wanted sugar in her coffee. She answered, "Mira, chico, you're Cuban. You know well how strong our coffee is. How are you going to ask me if I want it with or without sugar? With azúcar, of course." She later referred to this as her battle cry. Remember Celia Cruz today. Finally, today is Apple Tuesday, a day to celebrate the fruit of the season. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. And that is the Observatory, Tuesday the 21st of October, 2025.